There comes a time, once in a lifetime, in which a title humbly rises above the rest to stomp its fan reaction-generated boot atop planet internet, leaving its artistically fulfilling print all over our collective imagination and shattered emotions. Which is to say, you get the feeling you just witnessed something big, something that changes everything: our perception of video games, their artistic possibilities, storytelling, players' agency, genre deconstructing exercises, art in general. To state that Toby Fox's Undertale rocked our world would be like beating said game with the neutral path. Utterly reductive. If I had to enlist all the things, both little and great, that Undertale did right, I would be stuck here for the next decade or so, and I would mostly be gushing about some of this stuff. The cleverly implemented metatextual humor and generally not overstated self-awareness is not just related to the deconstruction of specific tropes associated with the Japanese style of roleplay gaming, but with the most deceptively basic elements of the medium as a whole, from cause and effects mechanics that subtly morph and change your entire experience in more profound ways than just choosing a single action in the spur of the moment, as in what mainstream games would do, to the very idea of such concepts as the self-insert silent protagonist, the replay value, and even your own saved data being used against the player's expectations. The writing is witty, tight, and full of perennially delighting surprises, leading to the most rewarding and emotionally fulfilling resolution you will ever experience. If you don't kill anyone, that is. Only death and misery awaits those who embark in a genocidal path. And that's the whole point of having a cause and effect mechanic in the first place. And why not mention the absolutely bold and progressive way in which the game addresses and portrays sexual orientations, gender identity, or even lack thereof, by not making a big deal about any of them. This game, Undertale, is just... It's... What am I doing here? I'm sorry. I cannot. I try, but I cannot review this game. Look. This game was all kinds of surprising. Every step of the way, every single things I did in this game, every single thing I did do and didn't do, everything I thought I knew about, video games, it was shattered completely. I pointed that out at the beginning, but that's not the point. The point is, I cannot review this game because, honestly, this game defies reviews. Not because it cannot be analyzed. It can, in fact that's what I was doing with a proper script, but here's the thing, that doing that just seems so cold, reductive. No matter how many pretty words I use, no matter how much I get into it, into the analysis of it, using rational wording, using intellectually fulfilling concepts, high concepts and low concepts, and talk about the construction and dissection, metatextual shenanigans, all of that, it doesn't quite cut it for me, because that's how much this game means to me at an emotional level. I mean, I cannot properly convey what this game means emotionally to me through the rational means of writing. In fact, I've completely gone off script at this point. I mean, I used to have a script. I used to have an idea of what I was going to say in a proper analysis of this game. I had like half the script done, but then I reached a roadblock, and I realized I couldn't continue because those are just rational words, means to convey a rational, intellectually complex thought process, and I could tell you why this game works on so many levels in that manner. I could rationally sit down and deconstruct and dissect this game and tell you why it's so good and it succeeds in everything it sets up to do, and I was going to do that. I pointed out a few things already, but that just doesn't cut it. This game is just so meaningful. I cannot do this. I cannot bring rational thinking into an experience that just got me so profoundly, that just moved my feels like nothing else I've experienced in a video game. Undertale just came in my life, and every character I interact in this game, they feel like real people to me at this point. They feel like I have this connection with them. They are so well written, they are so fun to get to know and interact with. And the more you get into it, the more you give friendship a chance, so to speak, the more your resolution will be rewarding. The ending, the pacifist ending, that is, the true ending, is nothing short but perfect. This whole game is nothing short but perfection to me. I was so deeply enthralled in everything that I couldn't bring myself to actually replay this game to do the genocide route. I tried, but I couldn't do it. Especially since, another stroke of genius, if you actually do end up pulling off the genocide route, it will modify the game forever. You will never get another happy ending if you reset the game and start over. It's... wow. I don't want to spoil this game to you. In case you haven't played yet, you should play it. It only costs $10 on Steam. And honestly, for the sheer amount of content you get for that sum, it's practically a steal. But really, that's not even the point here. The point is that this game was an emotional journey for me, the player. And it really felt like the ultimate experience in that regard. The ultimate interactive experience. The ultimate game changer. Honestly, it seems like every game that will ever come out after this one is going to have to live up to the high standards expectations of Undertale. Every game that will try to implement some sort of metatextual deconstruction or some sort of meta-humor or play with the player's expectations and cause and effect based choices, all of those things that other games will try to accomplish will inevitably feel the ever-looming, ever-imposing shadow of Undertale, because Undertale is one of those once-in-a-lifetime titles that can be very much imitated, and it will probably be imitated a lot, given how successful it is, deservingly, but it shall never be duplicated. This is one of those experiences, one of those true, powerful, emotionally fulfilling experiences that can never be repeated. And then... what do you want me to say at this point? I could seriously fill the rest of this video just talking about how I love these characters. Each and every one of them. They are so good. And the writing is so clever. And... and everything Papyrus does, everything he does or says, is instantly quotable. He might be the most quotable, funny character ever. And Toriel, Toriel. Let me tell you something about Toriel. Have you hugged your mother lately? Go do that. Go hug your mother. Do not ever give for granted that your mother loves you, that your mother is there for you. Do not ever keep that for granted. Toriel might just be the best written maternal character in all of storytelling. At least in all of video gaming storytelling so far. And the villain is also kinds of clever. I won't spoil it to you, but basically, when you're facing against this villain, you're not just fighting a boss fight, you're fighting the game itself, in a way. And really, the way this whole thing boils down, if you follow the pacifist route, that is, it really speaks volumes about what games can accomplish at a metatextual level when it comes to convey a story that tugs at your heartstrings while simultaneously being oh so clever about it. Undertale is just phenomenal. It's a pure, phenomenal, masterful art piece. And it means so much to me. Hopefully, I made you understand why it means so much to me. This game gets you, gets the player, knows what the player wants. This game knows what the player wants to experience when he plays a game. They want to experience a good story. They want to be morally and ethically challenged. They want to be invested in the world and the characters in it. And in this day and age, mainstream games fail to do that time and time again. And such an humble-looking indie game like Undertale gets it all the way right. That really tells a lot, if you ask me. It's a game that knows what you want. It's a game that knows how to make you happy. It's a game that knows how to make you earn your happy ending. And it's a game that succeeds at everything it sets out to do. This is what Undertale means to me. Now, the question is, what does Undertale mean to you? Why don't you let me know about it? I am Madhog Thy Master. Thank you for watching. Have a happy life, everyone. Unless you chose the genocide route.